Oh my God, he started without me being ready.
Welcome in, everybody.
Let me put my pants on.
Mr. Blue, Big Bobzilla. We were just talking all about you,
Let me put
Chet.
my pants on, Chet.
We were just talking all about you.
Wolfenholm.
How Jason and I can't
Dream
stop
about
thinking
you.
about this place.
We dream about you.
Welcome in, everybody.
I can dream about you.
Jason, it's a little cold over here today. We don't turn the heat on. I kind of like it. Brr.
Brr.
Brr. Welcome in, everybody. Warpgate, Mr. Blue, That Chai Cat, Brent, Sarcastic Grandpa, Rattlecan. Rattlecan, you see what you did there? You changed your name like I told you. Num, 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 num.
Num, 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 num.
Good.
Really?
Burr in Arizona? Yeah, it's our Burr. Mo, that's accurate. It's for us, it's cold. It's 67 outside. Burr. 67 in here.
I'm wearing a hoodie.
I also
I woke
realized
up this
that
morning and was like, nope, not doing it again.
I also realized that some of you are also witnessing blizzards where you are in part of the country. And I'm sorry.
Like Dairy Queen blizzards?
No, like dilly bars.
I don't know what dilly bars are. This is not a thing.
You'll get there.
You're
Jen will
just
teach
making it
you.
up.
Jason, what are we doing today?
I'm painting.
You are, is this a brown wash?
It is sepia.
Oh,
we ended the day yesterday, if you'll remember, with saying that I was going to do another filter on top of the rope or the trim here. And then I thought maybe that could be sepia. And here I am coming and making that true.
Sepia. I like sepia. Good tone. It's a good filter.
A good filter.
Corpsegate, here's the panhandle. It's hard. Okay, haven't been in the cold in a while. The panhandle, okay.
Panhandle of Tejas.
Hopefully, you are experiencing a weekend filled with beautiful hobbying projects this weekend.
Tell me more.
I don't know. I'm hoping that people are.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more. If it hit -2 here. Oh, ew.
Fahrenheit -2.
-2, yeah. Artistic. That is just ooh.
Not interested.
Not sure if I prefer it over an AZ. I don't know. -2. That's wild.
So a lot of people say, yeah, but when it's cold, I can put more clothes on. I can only take so much off in Arizona. I was like, well, come here and take it all off and see how that works for you.
Woohoo!
But we have what's called air conditioning.
And laws.
We're not Neanderthals. And it's much better to be hot in the summer than frigid in the winter.
Oh, I agree.
By a long shot. I've lived in both, and the heat doesn't drive me away quicker than the cold, that's for sure.
Lumberjack's like, agreed. What's up, Jade? Hey, Jade and Chuck were here yesterday. If you missed our special guest, Chuck.
What?
If it isn't Jason and Justifer. I see what you did there, Chuck. Didn't let me get away with it for just one day. Just one day. Speaking of one day.
Not doing it. Welcome everybody. Dang it.
There it is. See, if you say you're not doing it, there's a 50-50 chance.
60% of the time, I hold out every time.
Oh, Jason's painting up the Duchess Prime.
The Duchess Prime.
If you're not familiar with what a Duchess Prime is,
it's this.
It's this new Frameable, one of our new Texture Trainer Frameables that Jason's painting. And he's painting up the gold cord, working up the gold.
With a sepia wash. Not really a wash. I'm just a little bit of water on my brush. And a filter.
Eek says, man, I'm the complete opposite. I fled from the dry heat of the Coachella Valley to the cold north. Oh.
Yeah, can't do it, man.
I don't understand it.
Can't do it.
Monday says, what's up, y'all? I just got my butts and brush goo in yesterday. Shout out to Fulfillment Team. Hey, thank you.
Huzzah!
Mondays. We appreciate that. Enjoy your butt.
You don't hear that every day.
Enjoy that butt, man.
At least not on a family-friendly channel.
Now, in a very serious way, we're family friendly.
Very much so.
We're PG-13. Sometimes.
Very much so. I think we're better than PG-13.
I think we're just
PG-13 gets one F word.
Not on my stream.
It does.
That's true. We're PG.
But we don't use the F word.
We don't. We're good people. Not saying
so
that
I think
you're
we
bad
still
if you
qualify
use
as
the F word.
PG. I don't think we're G.
No, we're not. We're definitely not G.
But we qualify as PG.
Jason's a G.
Yo.
Lumberjack says, I'm getting my wet palette ready for a paint sesh. Nice. I love it when people paint alongside us. Lumberjack, enjoy. And if you are looking to paint right now, you should.
Crack out the brush. Crack out the colors.
I'm just now.
Let's get after it.
I'm just now approaching my.
Take a chance on me.
I'm just now approaching how I'm going to do my halflings.
What do you mean how you going to do them?
The little faces. I'm worried about the faces.
Oh. Well, you told me that we have to do like a little face tutorial.
We are. We're going to do that. Maybe we'll do that next week. We're going to line up 3 faces, and Jason's going to do 3 faces for us next week. We'll do it next week. Mo says, I've heard Jason cuss a lot. Not my Jason. No, sirree, Bob. Speaking of Bob, welcome in, Big Bobzilla.
Well, when have you heard me cuss?
What the beep? Stan, how many F words does chat get? I'll ban you.
Zippo.
I can ban you for
Zilch,
that, by the way.
Nada.
I will not read it aloud. Happy Friday, bald man.
I just had a conversation with Gabe the other day.
Ugh.
Where he was discussing curse words. Because he said something, and I go, I just can't see your dad cursing.
Oh.
His dad's a preacher.
Yeah.
Pastor.
And some would say that Gabe is the son of a preacher man.
He is the son of a preacher man.
The son of a preacher man.
And he says, no. And he told me a story about how they have a discussion about how, why are curse words any worse than anything else. And I dropped the bomb on him that, curse words in rare form, can be very useful in context.
Yeah.
To get your point across. But if you use them all the time.
That's right.
You limit people's perception of you because it sounds stupid.
That's
just
right.
The truth. And people get offended by that. They're like, well, I'm not stupid. Well, then stop talking like you're stupid, right?
Right.
Because you're using expletives for things that you don't mean to be expletive.
I see.
And so I try to refrain from it. I do curse a lot.
Not my Jason.
I do. Just ask Jen.
Well, son of a... Swifter Bear says, do you guys have a navy blue? Didn't see any at my local GS.
Yeah.
It's an amp color, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love that. I just use that on some of my halfling shirts. Hey, what are you all painting this weekend? Tell us what you're painting.
We should do a hobby day this weekend, shouldn't we?
Put it up in chat. Me? Like as in me?
As in we.
I won't do it.
Why?
I've got work this weekend.
What work?
Much work to be done.
You don't have work.
I have work. It's my father's birthday.
And? He's had a lot of them.
He's had a couple.
It's not a birthday because he was already birthed. It's an anniversary.
I can't tell you what I'm getting him, but he's probably not. I could risk by telling you what I'm getting him for his birthday.
Don't. He may be watching.
I don't think he's watching. He could be. Could be changing it, but let's just say I got him something in related to the hobby.
What?
Maybe some models.
Did you get him a tank?
I got him 2.
What?
He's gonna be happy.
What? I missed this entire rope trim on this.
He's in a beautiful part of his hobby journey where he's running out of models.
Uh-oh.
That's where we all should be.
Uh-oh.
He's like, well, I've painted everything I have. And I'm like, you should tell that to the rest of the world because not a lot of people have that same problem. They have piles of things. He's like, nope, I'm done. Time for the next one.
Yeah, that's illegal. Does he
wild.
know that that's not allowed?
It's wild. Eek says, I'm continuing on my first non-metallic gold attempt. Nice. Chuck says, brought some Battletech models, busting out the new Wizard's Buck colors. Nice, Chuck. Chuck and Jade were here yesterday. We had fun with them.
Chuck and Chabe were here.
Oh. I'm sorry, Chuck and Jade. I did that right in front of you, too, in IRL. Not good. Panic Bomb. I got a box of Warhammer Heroes series of Dark Angels, which I may paint. Nice. Flapjack, you can run out of models? That's what I was saying. I'm like, you ran out of models?
This sounds like lies.
I'm
to
like,
me.
you got to get him some models. He don't have a backlog, chat, which is wild to me.
This sounds like lies to me. Now I know where Chris gets it.
He just paints.
I know it wasn't his mom.
You want to know what he does? He puts paint on the model. He's like, you know what? This one came out this way. This one came out that way.
Okay, wait a minute. So you're saying that your dad, when
does what we tell
when
everybody
confronted with time to paint, actually paints.
Yeah,
as opposed to his son, who, when confronted with the proper time to paint, says, "I got to work this weekend."
I got to work, Jason.
You don't have to work.
We're working.
You got no work.
I've decided I'm coming in to help pack orders.
No, you're not.
I was actually going to ask you if I should do that.
Nobody else is, I don't think.
Then that's when my machine can turn on.
Your what?
Like the machine.
What machine?
Me.
Oh, jeez.
I'll pack orders.
So Chris by himself is going to save the day?
I'll do it. You just have to flip the switch, man. You just give me some Creed, and maybe I'll drink an energy drink after 20 years of not having one.
Nope.
Dude, what if you
not
just
doing it?
Here's a white monster, Chris, and I just finished everything. You raise me higher. I'm not doing that.
This whole conversation scares the hell out of me. I don't even want to know what the building would look like when we came in on Monday.
It could be so clean.
What happened here? Was this a Creed concert?
Stan says painting Angron. Nice. He's even got some real blood on him. Stan, I don't know what that means.
He's stuck himself with a knife.
You're like,
and
Angron
it's gotta
look
blood
real.
For the blood god.
It's gotta look real, man. If you did that, I'm not encouraging to do that, but that's kind of cool. Yeah, I put real blood on my corn models. Oh, I see.
That's commitment.
That's something. I can't wait for a YouTube short of CCTV footage of Chris belting out "Hold Me Now" alone in the warehouse. I have done that here in this building. So, as I was painting these walls over here.
He's not lying.
100%. Oh, you cut your finger on the wingtips.
He's not lying.
No, I've been painting up my blood bowl. I just finished 4 trees. Surprise, surprise.
4 trees.
Wait,
you're painting trees?
I painted 2 tree men, a gnome tree man, and strong, deep root strong branch or something, a strongbow. He's one of the star player trees.
All this language has me intrigued. Star player tree.
Star player. He is. He's very expensive. I also painted Acorn the squirrel.
Is that the mascot?
No, that's one of the star players.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little squirrel. It's actually really fun to play. But man, do I have a hard time painting small stuff. I think
you run out of space real quick for your ideas.
I think it's because I'm overthinking the process. I think I'm just like, you know what? Like what we talked about yesterday. Why would you paint eyes on this?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Like in reality, if he is 100 yards that way, you're not going to see the pupils of his eyes. So why do you even care?
That really, the sculpt is going to lead you down that path a lot because if it has eyes wide open, then sometimes you can afford to do it. But, the smaller the scale, the smaller the details, the less landscape you have to apply paint to. It's just the reality. And you might have all these great ideas, but if you don't have the space to put the paint on the great idea, then it can lead you to trouble because you can wind up with making your colors look muddy by using too many. What we do is not easy.
But it's enjoyable, that's for sure. It's enjoyable. Chuck says, oh, thank you, Chuck. I'm going to use this public forum to state Christopher needs to give him more credit for his painting. Models of the shop look great. Hey, I appreciate that, Chuck.
Chuck paid Chris an amazing compliment.
I do
which
appreciate
he just
that.
did again.
You got to see.
He was staring at Chris's painting case. Chris has an entire display case here in the office. The only one that's full, by the way.
And there's paint on everything.
Yep.
Technically.
Some of it's just primed.
Some of it is just primed. You got to see my whole painting journey, Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck got to see miniature number 1, and
from rock to paint. It's
been a heck of a journey from my end watching it happen. I always applaud you all the time.
I know. I've come a far, long way, chat. Come a long way. No, I cleaned my airbrush last night, and that was an ordeal. Wait, was that last night? A couple nights ago. Hey, thank you, little Billy. I do have some pretty eyes. I appreciate that.
What is happening?
Little Billy's like, speaking of eyes, Chris sure does have some pretty ones. Little Billy, I appreciate it. I know what you're doing. Oh, Stan, the moon is a masterpiece. No, the moon needs to be completed. My whole goblin army I want to redo now that I have Pro Acryl in my life.
What is happening, Little Billy?
Little Billy's taking a new leaf. Ooh, that sepia wash looks great.
Right?
I like it. Now, that's just a brush filled with water.
Just a brush filled with water. That's it. Into sepia paint.
So, to differentiate the gold jewelry, what are you going to filter that with?
I'm not. It's done.
Oh.
We filtered it with the Nicolazo.
Oh,
and now we re-highlight that.
Right. It does look different with that sepia wash. Or the gold looks differentiated.
Yeah, because it made it more brown.
Brent, and that's great to know that bright yellow green equals goblin green. That's what he said in the recent Wizard's Butt video we just posted.
Oh, did you post that?
I did. It's live. The lore behind Wizard's Butt. Because a lot of you have asked, what's Wizard's Butt? There you go. Now we have a tool. Give you the full history, the whole picture. If you haven't gotten your set of Wizard's Butt, go grab it. And we can't legally tell you to grab butt, but you can go grab it. That butt. Don't do that. Don't grab butt. I don't know how to say things properly when it comes to this. Let's get legal involved. That was a good watch. I'm glad, Brent. You watched it. Bad touch. Oh, Anna, you getting your Wizard's Butt set. Nice. Ooh. Grab some butt sets, says Mo. Jade, Chuck, and I are both enjoying our butt sets. Okay. Your vacation is what you do with it. Just glad you're around. Wired, I will take that bullet. It is my fault that you don't have it. Because I got to get in there this weekend. Maybe I'll do that, Jason. Will you let me do that, Jason?
No.
Okay. I have to do what he says, chat.
You have to ask the people that control that part of the business. I do not control that part of the business. Jen's over there shipping stuff today. Jen's been over there shipping stuff this whole week.
Yeah.
You know, if Jen is on deck, that we've gotten into...
what is it, DEFCON 5?
DEFCON 5.
Oh, my gosh. Now we're into the deets and doots of non-metallic gold.
This really is, too.
This is ultra deets. Chuck says, let me tell you, chat, these interactions on stream are more confusing in person. Because you see me being a little octopus over here while giving Jason the business.
I told you. Now you get it.
Visual artist says, I missed this stream for a couple days and this trainer keeps looking more and more amazing.
Why, thank you.
That's right. So, Jason, explain to us these deets and these dudes, as you do so well.
Well, can you pop in really close?
Yeah, you want to send her up for me a little bit? There it is. Oh, okay. That's pretty.
Right. So working in these small areas to just get a little bit more dimension through adding that last poke of shine back onto things. So it's literally just tiny brush doots of color on top of what we already put on, because we highlighted it before.
Right.
Then we put the filter of the Nicolazzo yellow over it. And now going back with a bright pale yellow. Right. First I did it with pale yellow. Now it's bright pale yellow, so that I can get that extra pump of brightness out of it without having to go to white. And then just finding the smallest areas to poke that into.
Yeah. If you just take the time and do this, it makes it look so much better.
100%.
That's I think, like, how can I do this? It's just like you just got to take the time and do it. All it takes, chat.
Because we plant our tongue firmly in our cheek and say that it's the smallest amount of paint that has the biggest effect on the model, but it is true.
It really is.
Yeah. These little bits of contrast that you put in, especially when dealing with reflective stuff like metal or anything shiny, even on weapons.
Yeah.
Being able to poke a little bit of brightness in there has such a pronounced effect on it. And it's leaving yourself the area to do so. Because again, we're talking about things at scale, and sometimes the scale doesn't work in your advantage.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about with tiny faces.
I think so. I mean, I was trying to really identify why I struggle with it, and I just don't know. So it's interesting. Little Billy says, these deets and dudes are crazy good. Jason, has anyone told you you're a great painter?
No.
And maybe you should start a paint company.
Nobody cares.
Little Billy. And Chuck says, please put the emphasis on the doots. Doots for life. Flapjack says, is it not doots and deets? No, it's deets and doots.
Deets and doots.
And we don't use deets around here very often by itself. Just saying that, chat. I learned that the hard way. Hey, Jason, look at this copy. Did you just send me something with deets in it that is supposed to be details? Yeah. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, don't ever do that again.
I learned as a grown man. Don't do that. It really is all about the doots and the deets, though.
100%.
You just really have to do it.
I
found that
it is time consuming.
Yeah.
It is something where you really need to take the patience and amplify it to very high levels, because, like I said, it's the smallest amount of paint. So each brushstroke is minimal in what it delivers to the model.
Yeah. But
maximal in its visual delivery. Does that make sense?
Yes.
The amount of paint we're delivering is minuscule,
but the output,
the effect it has. Yeah. And so the key there is that you have to make a jump to something that's bright enough, in this case of what we're doing now, to stand out.
Yeah.
Right. And we used pale yellow on all this gold, and then we went in and did a filter of Nicolazzo over the top of that pale yellow and all the other coloring we did. And so that gave us this nice warm gold coloring. And now we have to go back with something like the bright pale yellow to really give a punch, so that I only have to do this, hopefully, this one more time.
Yeah. Yep. Makes a big difference. Baldman says, hey, Monument Hobbies.
Hey.
Everyone always asks Jason how to XYZ, but no one ever asks Jason how he's doing. How are you doing today, Jason?
You know what? I appreciate you for taking the time. We just had a very good conversation, Chris and I, at lunch.
We did.
About how not enough times in life do we actually meaningfully ask, how you doing? And I am actually doing pretty good. There's been a lot of stress this week. Thanks for asking, just because of all of the catching up with orders. And I hate anytime customers feel like we're not treating them right. And we have a lot of customers feeling like we don't treat them right now.
Yeah.
Because they ordered stuff during the sale and it hasn't shipped yet. And we're usually very fast. So that wears on me in a way that I probably am not very vocal about. And so thanks for asking. Yeah, it's tough. It's good tough. These are the kind of things that in the business world are like, oh, those are great problems to have. And I'm like, well, but if there's a customer mad, that ain't great at all.
Yeah, and it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I think it's kind of a fun thing, right? Everybody talks about failures in life, but nobody talks about the successes. And sometimes successes come with their struggles too.
Oh,
so it definitely has been an awesome week to see it all happen.
Easy, everybody do it. As my dad used to say.
Yeah. Lumberjack says, Fuse, where would you put the gray and the dark blue in the mix from the Wizard's Butt set? I finally put Wizard's Butt on the palette.
What do you mean, where would you put the gray?
Maybe like where would you put the gray and the dark blue in the mix of the colors we have?
Oh.
I think that's what you're saying, Tim. Like where, if you had to put it in the hues, like how you organize it.
I think that having them here in my hand, that the gray probably goes right between dark warm gray and brown gray.
Okay.
Or it could go right after brown gray before the slate gray if you want it.
It's a interesting gray.
And the blue probably goes right after dark blue in front of dark navy, or right after dark navy. It's in that realm, right?
After dark navy.
It's a little more green.
Yeah.
Right. It's got an emerald coloring to it, so it's very faint. But it would go somewhere after dark blue and right around dark navy blue. Somewhere before after that. It would go in front of dark gray blue for sure.
Org says, when using transparents like blue, do you need to thin to glaze consistency to get it from getting too dark?
Yes.
I use the blue and it looks almost purple.
Oh, shouldn't look purple, but it will be super dark.
And they're very rich with pigments.
So yeah, it will be super dark, or super vibrant, we'll call that. I won't say that it's a dark color, but the blue is definitely darker than others.
My tip for those is sometimes
the crap out of them.
I always I think I've thinned it enough. And I'm like, oh, actually?
They're meant to literally be mistreated in the amount that you thin them, kind of. Just go to town.
Lumberjack says, it's definitely more green. I noticed it got that hue. Yeah, it's a sexy time blue is what I'm calling it. But it is for me, it feels like that midnight blue. Like midnight with a bunch of, man, the moon was so full last night here in Arizona.
Was it?
Oh, by my house, man. Whew. There's no lights up there. So it was it was lighting up the sky.
Nice.
Does Jason need a hug, says Avian. Maybe you should give him a hug on our behalf of chat. No, I
Stay
won't
away
do
from
it.
me.
We don't do that here.
HR
is definitely not on my side. We've established that day one. Jade says it was beautiful. I know, it was awesome. Desert sky with no lights on with a big old beautiful moon is definitely awesome. What's up, T-Schmid nerds? It's Friday. Yes. What are you all painting this weekend? I hope you guys have some chance to paint. I'm thinking about painting. I've denied Jason his hobby day because I've determined I'm going to get every single order out.
Because he's mean.
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge. A wizard's butt full moon. That's right, Jade. A wizard's butt moon. Wizard's butt moon. Ooh. I like that. It's very nice. Oh, he's painting all right. Boo, let Jason paint. I won't give him a hug. Dance, monkey, dance.
I'm dancing.
I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
I'm dancing.
Jade says, Chuck says we'll have to fill in for Chris for a hobby day. Oh.
I was thinking, since you guys are in town, we could do something like that.
Oh. Why don't you send a little messagey over to Jason and make this, make this a thing.
Gabe was talking, what, about D&D or something on Sunday? Maybe we could hobby some?
Bald man, what is Jason? Jason's an organ grinders monkey. What is Jason organ? Oh, an organs grinder monkey? What is that?
That's the dance monkey dance.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, with the clapping stuff.
Yes.
Oh. You know what, Jason?
A lot of them.
A lot of what's?
Yes.
No, I tried to paint my gnome face and I got frustrated.
Why?
I couldn't figure it out, man. I just couldn't figure it out.
What do you think is being the single biggest thing that's keeping you from understanding faces? Where do you get lost, or where does it wind up causing you a problem?
So,
is it the shapes or the losing the colors as you go to highlighting?
I tried it a couple different ways. I tried airbrush zenithaling like in layers, and that came out okay. Right? And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try to put a deep layer on there. Just like a deep layer of color, right? And it just wasn't, I think it was the glazing part that I wasn't able to do. I tried to underpaint it a little bit.
Okay.
I think the glazing of the faces is what was getting me.
The glaze will be the hardest thing in that situation where it's so critical to be able to maintain some of that underpainted color.
Yeah.
It can be the thing that throws you the most.
I think that's what's happening. I think that's 100% what's happening. Mark at Holberg says, Monument Hobbies painting some Adeptus Mechanicus for Necromunda. Nice. Loving painting whilst listening to and learning from you fine folks. Cheers, guys. Hey, thank you. I love it when people are painting with us.
I'm glad some of the craziness gets through and makes sense to you.
Sneeze.
I'm literally just poking little bitty dots of color, occasional little line work, but most of these shapes are round with the beads and the rounded corners, so I'm just poking little dots of brightness around.
Oh, Papa Chicken. So Papa Chicken says, Poppin' Chicken. What do you call a $2 chicken? A buck. That one's got to go. That's in the Hall of Fame for me.
What?
I'm going to pin that just for shits and giggles.
There's our PG rating out the door.
So sorry. So sorry, my lord. That's inappropriate. Don't take us down, Google.
We just worked so hard for that PG rating.
I know, man. I'm sorry. Ogre says, I learned something each stream. Then again, as a new painter, I have 4,000 questions. But that's the whole point. Me too.
That's why we do this. Ask away.
I think once I master the tiny face, I will enjoy the hobby a lot more.
Well, because turns out all these models have tiny faces.
That's right. What's up, Black Wolf? 81 months.
Black Wolf, what's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Turns out a lot of these have tiny faces.
Turns out tiny models have tiny faces.
Because then I think maybe I would buy models with tiny faces. Not a lot of my models have tiny human faces. It turns out. Except for my Thunder Warriors. They had little faces, but those came out okay.
Remember, always paint, even with your highlights, try to paint towards where you want the brightness to be. So I'll start with my brush down towards this end, a little bit of light stroke, and then heavier up towards this corner. And then just a little bit of secondary reflection down in this corner here. helps to give some dimension to it. The stone sits proud of the setting there, see?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be very bright along the bottom, but you could come in here and kind of fake it and do a little bit of a shine. Notice how I am kind of moving the brush without it hitting the model in a bunch of cases just to set the brush stroke up.
Kat says, how long after priming I can paint my model left in a box? FE if I prime and go to other projects. Okay, so you've primed a model. How long can you let it sit? Is that what you're asking? I think that's what you're asking.
How long can you let a model sit after priming, or how long should you leave a model?
Lumberjack says years.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you prime a model and don't paint it right away, understand that you may have a situation where over time dust will collect on it.
Yeah.
And depending on the humidity in your area, a lot of people will find that the model becomes sticky to the touch. If you've ever noticed this.
Yeah.
The primer, when you grab the model, will be a little bit sticky. It's because the dust settling on it, the humidity. The dust forms a layer on top of the primer.
Yeah.
So you might have to reprime or blow it off with, like, you know, the kind of thing you clean your keyboard with.
Yeah, something like this.
Compressed air, yeah.
Yeah.
Stan,
No.
you went to grab a spare base, just speared you and sliced your middle finger on the other. What?
That's why you're bleeding all over your
Oh,
Angron.
man.
What's going on over there in that household, Stan? You're cutting yourself. You're doing a bunch.
I'm going to need you to step away from the models with spiky bits.
Yeah, keep it out of the dust. Or just blow it off. Well, not the project. I meant blow the dust off.
Yeah, just blow it off. Forget it. Don't paint it.
Just blow
it
off.
It's fine.
Buy more models.
Send it over here. We'll paint it.
How do you guys store and display the models? Well, Jason puts them off to the right side of his desk, and those
never to be
collect
touched
dust.
again until somebody asks a question about how to paint a certain thing that's on that model.
Huh, this model's looking a little faded. No, it's just the layer of dust, the snow. There's also an AC unit right above us here. So, how do you guys store and display the models? Man, I would get a glass case if you're really in it to win it. It's always cool to look at them in the case, right, Jason?
100%, yeah. If you can do something like that. If you don't want to have a case or an actual display.
Some shelves, maybe?
Any of the, you know, there's a company out there called KR Multicase.
Okay.
That makes like the cardboard cases that have the foam. Those are great for storing models in.
Oh, I see. Oh.
But, you know, given if you don't want to buy a case or something, then, you know, you can put them in a shoebox. You can get away with all sorts of stuff.
Put them in a shoebox.
Shoebox. Treat them like Toy Story. Put them out in the garage sale.
Gosh, if your little Space Marines came alive every time you left the house and they were alive one day and you had a 1,000-point army, can you imagine a little Space Marine shooting at you? Get 'em!
I don't know that if we were really thinking about this and our models coming to life, I think it would make me change what armies I play.
Really? What do you mean?
Well, I just don't think that
this is such an interesting conversation.
That Space Marines are what I'd want in my house.
Oh. Do you think they would be for you or against you?
That's don't know that it matters.
Question. Do they see you as the Grand Emperor or do they see you as the
Okay, now that raises a good question.
You're the Titan they have to take down?
Yeah, what is actually, where are they coming from, I guess, is the question, right?
It's like, oh my gosh. I guess you would be Imperator scale, right? Technically.
Oh, more than that, probably.
Humans.
They've retconned Titan scaling.
Oh, okay. Flapjack. I feel like they'd see me as the 5th Chaos God. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, speaking of Imperator Titans, Flapjack here. He's tall. He's the Emperor Titan.
Did you say he was 7'6"?
Yeah.
He's not that tall.
Rogue leader. Important qualifier. How real do their weapons become? That's what I was saying. Bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little afraid of the whole thing, because even small plasma cannons probably scare me.
I wonder what that would feel like. Like getting shot with a really high-powered airsoft gun or something.
Have you
or
ever been
paintball gun?
stung by one of those big red wasps?
Oh, ugh.
Because that's what I feel like las cannons would be. like rustling the wrong nests of wasps.
Ogre says, now to go home and repaint the glaze properly on my Terminator. I had an itch to paint Space Marines the other day.
And?
Well, the only reason why is because I'm like, man, I wouldn't have to deal with faces.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, dang, maybe that's why some of these don't have faces and they're so easy to paint. But then everything becomes relative, right? Start questioning everything. I'm like, well, maybe it doesn't have to be that hard, Chris. Just do it, man.
You know what the great thing about painting models is?
What's that?
Generally, they're your models. Unless you're commissioning for somebody, you get to just say, you know what, this is what I'm doing. And you got to be okay with it.
You know what's hilarious is that that's actually a very important bit, right? That you just said.
100%.
You say it again? What did you say? Say it one
These
more
are
time.
your models. They don't have to perform any differently than you want them to. If you want to look at the tiny face and not do the eyes, or just put on a layer of flesh tone and then wash it, who cares?
But
who are you trying to
Jason,
impress? You trying to impress me?
I have to do the eyes.
Well, then do the eyes.
Well, see, that's the problem, chat, right there. Not the problem, but it is the problem. It's like, why? You don't have to do it. Who's telling you what to do? There's that little nagging bit of like, oh no, I didn't paint the eyes.
I heard on Twitchtergram that I'm supposed to paint the eyes, and if I don't paint the eyes, I'm a damn noob. Don't listen to that nonsense. You don't need people like that in your life. You know how you like it. Whatever. I hate the fact that we have this industry that's so welcoming as painters and artists, and we want more people painting, and then we hold people to unrealistic standards.
Yeah.
And that whole thing comes into play where it's like, oh my God, I want to paint like the pros do in 5 days.
Yeah.
Sometimes the standard is imposed by ourselves, right? It's the, you should probably spend some time learning this before you get really harsh on why you don't think your model looks great.
So what you're telling me is, don't paint those eyes.
Yeah, I don't see a reason. I paint very few eyes, except for the ones that I show you how to paint eyes.
I guess that's true. Mondays, yeah, that's exactly right. I feel like the tiny faces have been haunting Chris's dreams. They've been doing something.
Look, I do the jewelry, Chris.
It looks great. We're
making progress.
I'm actually really excited to see how these jewels come out. I'm ready. But where would you do that in the step of your highlights?
Because I could paint them now.
You talk about doing.
Is that what you're asking? Like in like where would I start to paint the stones again?
Yeah, because right now you're adding highlights, like the highest highlights on this, right?
Yeah, I'm done with the gold.
So then at this point, you would do these because now you know what this looks like.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, my mind is set around going in and doing the rope trim, doing some highlight on the rope trim.
Yeah, do that. You don't have to paint.
So we need to figure out a good color for that, which can't be bright pale yellow. Otherwise, it'll because here's a good thing to say, right? So we're trying hard to keep the gold jewelry and the gold trim different. So I need to bring the brownishness from the sepia wash on the gold trim back to something that feels a little bit more gold. But I can't use the same highlight as I did on the jewelry because it's such a small area. Each one of these little, rope links, if you want to call them links, they're not, but the twists. If I highlight each one of those little twists, they all become as bright as the jewelry. Even though the mid-tone colors are darker, the brightness becomes the same, and the eye will register them same. So I have to use a lower value color, meaning not as bright as the bright pale yellow, on the ropes, or the trim. I don't know what to call it. I'm calling it rope. Yeah. But these twists on the trim, I have to go to a bright color that gives it a little bit of shine, but isn't as bright as what I've used here. And I need to make sure it's not the same. I can't just use pale yellow because I want it to look different than the jewelry. So I got to find a color. So let's find a color. So I'm thinking that khaki could be a good answer, but we've used khaki on the bronze.
Right.
So
that trim is cord. Yeah. Somehow I did I okay, Jade says, I somehow did a purple to green iridescent. No clue how I managed that. Paint with chaos. That's right.
Nice. The problem is when you want to do it again.
Could you use
Sometimes we make those, that's rad. And then you're like, could never reproduce it.
Could you use a golden brown, says Org?
Well, that's what I have is golden brown in my hand. Look at you.
Oh, golden brown right there.
What I was thinking was golden brown. Or what I'm thinking, I think orange brown, unfortunately, might be a little bit too dark.
Yeah.
I don't think that acts as a highlight. I was thinking orange brown, but golden brown is the natural progression off of that. So, yeah.
Double T says light umber. I was thinking light umber too.
Dark warm flesh is a little too peachy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little too peachy. Let's go with golden brown. Pa-pow!
Golden brown.
Zing, zing.
Schlink. Schlunk.
Golden brown is like a brighter yellow ochre.
Hmm.
So it should sit very well with the colors we've already got.
Mo says, I think when new people start, they search for references. When they do, no one is there to tell them the difference between competition stuff and starting out. Because the comp stuff gets the most views, right? Question mark.
I think neat visual stuff gets the most views. That's the way my brain tells it to me anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So it might not be competition, but it's very good painters, right?
Yeah.
When you put the stuff out there and you get somebody that knows what they're doing, tells a really good visual story, good use of color and value and all the things we talk about all the time, then yeah, that's going to be the stuff that drags people's attention towards it, because that's why we do it, right? In the visual arts or in any visual medium, you're trying to follow these rules so that you get people to have a good visual interaction with the stuff you're making. And so it's kind of self-evident. The thing is that that's all the stuff that's the hardest to learn. It's your whole painting journey is learning how to reproduce light on the model, period. Yeah. And it's only when you get good at being able to create that contrast that more realistic light would create that your models become attractive.
Yeah.
In that sense. Attractive in the like we're talking about, everybody getting likes on social media. Attractive, right? And so new people want to have their, they want to be recognized. They want to be seen. They want to get some of their own accolades for the progress they're making, but they haven't quite made it to the point where it's, their skill has brought my eyes to it necessarily.
Yeah.
And it's easy to then feel like, oh, well, I'm not doing good because nobody's liking my stuff. I see all these people painting their miniatures and getting lots of likes, and how come I don't? And that can be a big detractor from progress.
Darth, I'll just tell you this right now, Darth, or ask this question. I know I don't want to do color by numbers, but what's this workup for this gold braid and jewelry once it's done? Oh, you're asking me, if I can do it. Maybe.
What's the question?
Essentially, what's your full workup for this? Darth is asking for me to post a full workup of the jewelry done and the cords, and like, what's this workup for the gold braids and jewelry? Right?
Yeah. Starts with
what is
black brown.
You're starting with black brown, right?
Yep, black brown. Over the top of the black brown, we did the burnt orange.
Burnt orange?
Yep. Then after burnt orange, we did yellow ochre.
Take notes, Darth.
Yep. After yellow ochre, we went to pale yellow as a highlight.
Yep.
And then we did a glaze of nickel azo yellow from the Expert acrylic line. on both.
On both.
Yeah, on both.
And then it was
by accident.
Yeah.
And then I followed up with a sepia glaze or filter.
Yeah.
On these trim pieces. That I'm painting right now, the rope-like stuff. Got a sepia to make it a little bit more brown, so that now as I go back and highlight them, the gold jewelry is distinct in a material apart from them, because I accidentally put the nickel azo yellow on this part of the collar, which I didn't mean to do.
Yeah.
Which made me have to do all of it. And then it brought the rope trim back to the same color as the gold. I was hoping the rope trim would just stay as the pale yellow.
Okay.
So I would have stopped it after pale yellow. But I'm liking where we're at. I'm not mad that we're here. It was just not part of my plan.
But
that plan I never have.
I was just about to say, I'm like, wait a minute. What plan? There's no plan.
That plan I never have.
Papa Chicken says, I mistakenly grabbed yellow ochre when trying to paint some chocolate chip camo. Currently, the scheme is now yellow ochre and caramel brown. Looks super cool. Now I'm stuck on picking color for chocolate chips.
Black brown.
Suggestions, kind of playing around with the idea of dark blue or red, maybe.
Oh, I would have done black brown.
Chocolate chips? Papa Chicken? For chocolate chips, yeah.
Well, it's the chocolate chip camo, so it has that darker brown.
Right.
Pattern to it. Trying to cheat so I don't have to go back and paint the part of the braid. I'm just putting the highlight on it and treating it like it's in shadow. I'm winning.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I didn't paint a couple of areas of the trim because I probably thought that they didn't exist.
Okay.
Or that it was jewelry. And then when I painted the jewelry, they're popping back out, and I'm cheating right now by just putting the highlight on them. Sometimes you can do that, and because it's that kind of burgundy warmth underneath it, I can do that, and won't feel exactly the same, but it'll just look like a shaded form of the rope. And then I'm cheating.
Can you cheat though, Jason?
I cheat all the time, Chris. Just don't tell anybody. You don't think I can?
No, I don't think that's possible.
Oh, in art?
Yeah.
Not really. Everything's fair so long as you're not stealing it from somebody else, I guess. But even then, it's like if you see a technique you really dig,
can you
take that thing.
Can you make a I guess that's kind of well, that's more of a different question. I was like thinking about original art, right?
What?
And how so many things that you would do as art is probably coming from some kind of influence about making original art, in quotes, right? But everything comes from everything, so
yeah, I mean, as artists, we're all influenced by something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not as, you're not as cognizant, it's not as front of brain what you're influenced as. So I'm a big, proponent of that. I think that art is iterative. I think it's all, I've seen something I like. I want to try to do that. So I go iterate on the process that I think it takes to get there, because I didn't learn my art in the age of the internet. Can you pop in closer?
Yeah.
I didn't learn my art in the age of the internet where I had the ability to go on YouTube and see cool stuff and learn it. So I would just go iterate, I call it, right? I would just go try.
Yeah. Or
stuff.
Try stuff.
I would look at it and say, I think this looks like this person probably did something like this, and I'd try whatever this was.
Yeah.
And then if it wasn't right, I'd go back and maybe ask some questions, or, you couldn't really read a book much.
Right.
And try to figure out, okay, well, that didn't work. Let me try something else. And you just keep trying. And eventually you would, in that iteration, find your own version of what you thought you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
That would then make your own style. So I'm a big proponent of you just, taking ideas and things that you like and not treating it as plagiarism, which is really the blatant theft of an idea and labeling it as yours. So if you were to take, and rip somebody's style and go off into the world and say, I made this, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
But if you are like, oh yeah, I saw, this guy on Twitch painting, and he did this thing and used these colors, and I really liked it, so I started doing it, and it kind of created this thing for my whole army, and I feel like that's completely fair.
Yeah, Absolutely.
There's no theft in that.
Nope.
I'm not the kind that thinks that all art is theft either. There are people that say, well, all art is theft, especially with the AI conversations going on right now. Everybody, all art is theft. Nothing's new. I'm like, that's garbage.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
There's plenty that's new. Some of it is just, still formulaic and plays by forms that you've already seen in other things, but are new approaches to it. So I'm not ready to dive off the end and say that nothing's ever new.
Yeah.
That's kind of a very crushing thing to creative people to say that you can't ever make anything new. Is why am I doing it then?
Yeah, I think, I get you. Ooh, very chordy. I think that was a good choice, going with that black brown or golden brown.
Yeah, it's sitting in there nice. It's letting the gold still be gold.
Yep.
But giving a little bit of shine to this stuff, which is nice.
Ogre says, it took me several paint jobs before yellow ochre used yellow to me. Oh, you probably meant looked yellow to you. And watching them on the streams where you put the burnt sienna as the undercoat, I think help trick your eyes to seeing it as yellow. Gotcha. Nice.
100%, right? Because yellow ochre on its own is a very desaturated yellow, right? And you forget that yellow lives in a lot of different looks. It doesn't all have to be what we consider to be those bright yellows.
Yeah.
Desaturates into browns, and that whole journey to get to brown gives you a lot of really cool colors, more earthy in their tones, but that's what gold is, right? Gold is an earthy yellow.
I love gold.
I love gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Derivative from inspired by and stolen are very different, says Papa Chicken.
Yep, 100%.
I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Spoke to Vincey V today, and he's super excited to be painting up the Duchess, so I'm excited to see what he does. When we first showed him these models back at Nova, I gave him the Surviathan, Lord of Hooks model, and he was like, I really want the Duchess. So we got him one of the first Duchesses off of production, and he is going to be painting her up, this same model. So I'm excited to see what he does with her. You're excited to see Chris get fired. Why would Chris get fired? Because he gets fired every day? Chris, I have no idea why, but chat voted to fire you.
What a surprise.
I don't understand. I just looked up to read a little bit of chat, and it was like, I can't wait to see Chris get fired.
Man, out of context, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But I love you, people. So I'm here to stay. Sorry, my nose is very sniffly, so if I'm sniffling, sorry. I know that's annoying. Chris in the bath restroom is the best thing to happen all week. Savage, little Billy. Wow. Jason, have you ever painted for Golden Demon? Have you ever considered creating a Monument-sponsored painting tournament?
Well.
Well. Absolutely not. Or maybe.
We are doing a Monument painting tournament at Adepticon this year.
I've determined that I will be the judge for every tree entry that comes along our way.
Please don't enter trees. There's a rule that says you can't enter anything resembling a tree.
Can there be like a sub category for like Vibe's tree?
Yeah. That can be at somebody else's booth.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he almost said yeah. I was getting really excited.
There we go.
Ooh.
Trimerino gold. Now we can do some stones.
I'm sorry, Trimerino?
Trimerino. Dunzo. That's my 1980s breakfast club.
What?
Lingo.
Trimerino? What is the lamp quote? It's I've got to remember that quote.
No. Oh yeah, you can paint ints. I was joking.
No, you have to paint ints.
But yeah, so the question was asked if I had ever painted for Golden Demon. Yes, I've won 2 in 2005. Been a long time ago, 20 years ago, Chris. Over 20 years ago, I won my Golden Demons. In 2005, I won 2 Golden Demons. I won 1 Golden Demon and 1 Forge World Best of Show. So, and then yeah, for painting competition, we're gonna do ours at Adepticon. I'm not a fan of competitions that have you paint against other people. So that's why I don't like the Golden Demon, right? And why I don't like most painting competitions, because I don't like competitions that are like up to the judges' proclivities that day to say, oh, I really like this model. This model is the best model in the case, because it's only the best model in the case today, right? It could be that in a week or a month that style doesn't appeal to a judge because it's all subjective, right?
Yes.
Or tends to be more subjective. And I don't like that. I've judged those competitions and it always feels a little lackluster to me because everybody pours their heart out into it. So we will be doing a competition that is painting against the rubric so that the criteria of the judges will have to be somewhat subjective as to how they apply it to the rubric, but the rubric is going to be pretty rock solid if we do it right. So that if you tick off all the boxes to a particular level on the rubric, you will get that prize. So bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, whatever we come up with. And then in and amongst that, you will then only be painting against your previous entry and your skill level. Now on this first one, you'll just be painting against your ability to hit the targets in the rubric. And the rubric is everything from the build quality, how you put the model together. You know, I'm very particular about things like the feet where they plant onto the base have to have weight attached to them. If I can see under the foot, like if you take a Space Marine, you know, the bottom of Space Marine boots have the jagged edge, like the sole of the boot, and people will glue it to the base, and you can see light through the jagged spots. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Well, that's why you always talk paint it in the mud.
Yeah.
Right?
Put some weight to the model by doing the basing material after you put the model on the base, a lot of cases, so that when you put the basing material, it comes up along the side of the boot, and make sure that the boot looks like it's firmly planted into the dirt. Now, the more you build the material up, the more the boot looks like it's in mud.
Yeah.
But do it to where, you know, you can't see light underneath the boot, because a Space Marine is going to be heavy. You're not going to see light underneath the boot, right? So things like that matter. And so it will be things like that you'll be judged against. And that'll be things that we can tell you, hey, this didn't make silver and you got bronze because ... Because I have mold lines. I have seams where you didn't fill the gaps on this. You know, I didn't have the barrels drilled on your guns. I didn't have this separated. I didn't have the paint in the right place. You get a little bit of that green outside the lines. Those types of things that are able to then teach you how to get better, to progress along the rubric. It doesn't matter who you were up against. There will be other people that got bronzes who didn't get silver for different reasons than you didn't get silver, or other people that got golds who didn't get platinums for other reasons that you didn't get platinums. It will allow us to have conversations with people that say, you didn't do this, therefore your model did not reach this level. And it will go to a high level so that people that will win the competition would be people who would have won Golden Demons, that will be good quality, that requires you to get to that rubric at the top level, right? There has to be intent in your storytelling, which is very subjective, right? But it will have to be there, right? There are models that you can look, you just stuck a Space Marine on a plinth, right? There's no story being told here. You painted really well, but it didn't strike me. So there will be some intangibles that go along with that, but there will be things that will be it'll be easy for all of us as judges to look at something and say, yes, you know, that was something that was either unforgettable or forgettable.
Yeah.
Right? Not that we didn't like green.
And there's a lot of questions, I know, just about the competition in general, right? But I think we're also we're gonna officially come out with all of this information as well, right?
Yeah,
like
we'll be doing a best in show that'll be a judge's choice, and we'll probably do one for each judge, so that we will have a collection of best in choices, so that each judge gets to pick one. That way, there's a good conversation to be had with the winner and that judge, as opposed to trying to figure out everybody picks a best in show. I don't think that's legit. I don't think that ever all the judges agree. Sometimes they do. Sometimes there's one that rises up and everybody's like, ta-da, so maybe we'll do that too.
Yeah.
But I will have a judge's pick across the whole, not for each category, but across the range of the deal, to where each judge will be able to pick a model that they think was their favorite, regardless. Kind of like our challenges, where it's the one that speaks to the judge the most. It might be an amateur model. It might be a pro model. It gives the judge the ability to say, I really love this, and be subjective, because I think that has a good quality to it. But that isn't something that you would feel bad if you didn't get it, right? Whereas
that was more of like a personal
It's a personal choice. It's something that
Yeah.
allows the judge to be human inside of the competition, because that's one of the things I really hate, is that I'm like, I really love this model, but if I pick this model as the best in show, people are going to be mad at me because it isn't painted as well as some of these other ones. And so there is a limitation to things like rubric that holds you to A to Z, get from A to Z, get a gold, right? That's a good path. And then we have to continually up the rubric if everybody gets golds, right? So we have to make it harder and harder and harder in order to keep it interesting. So there's that. But that takes a little bit of the humanity away from it too, which is that, hey, you know, Vince Venturella loved my model. And I'm not a great painter. You know, I didn't win a gold. I got a bronze, but I got the Vince Venturella award. How great is that? You know, and one year it might be that after we do this enough times, if we're lucky enough to be able to do it year after year, that we can say, here's the best progress award, you know, where we see somebody that enters all the time.
That'd
We
be
go,
cool.
dude, you are getting the best progress award, because even though you only got a bronze or didn't even place, your painting has gotten so much better and you're on the right track. It allows us to see those things and really applaud people for their own efforts against their own work, as opposed to saying, hey, Chris, you don't paint as good as me, so screw you. You don't get a thing, right? I always hate that, because there's no such thing as good, better, best artists. There's only the good, better, best version of you painting.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
And I'll argue with everybody till the end of the moon on that one. I don't care who you are. There is no good, better, best artist. You're the best this day, you know, and that's great. People loved my painting this day, so I won an award. But those same people might look at my model and be like, bah, the next day. It just is too subjective.
Yeah. Frigid Phoenix, yes, you can do an in-store pickup.
Yep.
You can choose that option. Yeah, so obviously we'll have all of this information for you guys when we have all of the finalized stuff, right?
And
Jason?
Starkey, yes, all of this will go on the site. We will not be initially doing a digital version of it, so you will have to be on site to do it. I don't like the Photoshop, the unreality of digital competition.
Too tough.
It's why we don't do the Discord challenge as a competition, because it's not that I don't trust people, it's that everybody takes different photos, and I can never see the model for its true work. And I feel like I'm robbing people of their intent because the flash was too bright or the contrast was, and I don't know how to take photos. And so your model doesn't look near as good as it does when it's face to face. I know that because my stuff never looks as good on film with you guys as it does sitting here in the studio. So I don't like the online competition style things.
Well, if somebody has like a $32,000 Hasselblad compared to your iPhone.
Oh yeah, true too, right? Or goes and has a professional photographer take pictures.
Yeah. We will let you know, T. Schmid. Right?
Yeah. It will happen. We have the space. Our booth is huge. Adepticon's behind it. So, boom. Yeah, it's at Adepticon, Rattlecan.
We'll let you know.
It is. I will give you, what you'll need is all of the distinguishing levels that we have, because first year competitions are tough, because I don't want to make so many granular levels to paint that nobody has any entrance in it, and it looks like nobody was part of it. There's a marketing part of it too. We don't want to have 100 people sign up, but we have 50 categories, and so there's 2 models in every category. It feels really bad. So it will probably be on year 1. We'll see how it goes. We will probably have, the various categories, but it may be that we can make the rubric work to where you just enter the competition, and we're so deliberate with the rubric that you're up against Eric Swenson, and that Eric Swenson gets a gold and you get a bronze.
Yeah.
But I think that feels a lot better if I can make the rubric work that way and we just have more stages to the rubric than having an amateur section or having a pro section or having a this and that section. I think it's just everybody paints to the rubric. And the rubric will, if we do it right, can cover all the bases.
Now,
right? Amateurs will be kind of self-limited to bronzes and possibly silvers as the real win, as opposed to a gold and amateur.
That makes sense.
I don't like that because a golden amateur can lead you to think, because it's, if you hit the rubric.
And golden amateur, right, okay.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right. It's like, I get it that it makes sense from a standpoint of in sports, you can't have the midgets play with the, the peewee for a cup. Right, because the peewee kids can't keep up with the midgets. Midgets being, up to 16-year-olds, and for hockey at least, and peewees being like 10, 12-year-olds. So you're not going to have them compete together. But in this realm, you can. You can have the rubric cover the bases in a broader scheme, and then everybody paints in the same level, because now as you make it from bronze to silver, you know how much closer you're getting to those people that you see making gold.
Yeah, okay. Right? That makes sense.
Right. I don't like the identification of I got a gold medal, but that gold is not a real gold because it's an amateur gold.
It was an amateur
gold. If you say I got a bronze in the freaking Monument Open and people are like, holy hell, dude, so-and-so only got a silver.
Yeah.
Mark Masklin's got a silver, right? Stuff like that. I think that has a lot more weight for where you are on your own personal journey. So that's my goal.
So, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and people are always asking, when do I move from standard to masters? You don't. You just sit in the thing and your rubric makes sense for you, yeah. The this and that section, the knick-knack section.
So you're telling me that there could be a best tree in show?
No.
What about best tree from...
There might be a Chris's favorite model, which could be a tree.
I'll do it. Can't rig it, chat.
Pee-wee versus Junior. You want to see a slaughter? You want to see dead people?
I don't really know the naming convention, what you just said for hockey, but...
So you start with like mite, peewee, midget.
Okay, gotcha.
Junior.
Okay, got it.
And then you're into D1 and collegiate and semi-pro and all that stuff, right? They have mites that are like the 5 to 8s. Then you have the 8 to 12, and then the 12 to 16, and then the 16 to 20. He's talking about the 16 to 20 playing the 8 to 12s.
Oh,
you would literally kill people.
Chris,
one of those kids would get in front of a forward barreling down the ice, and they would just not wake up.
That's right, Flapjack. There could be I won't even pick a model. I'll just pick a tree or part of the feature that you put on there. There you go.
I like this tree.
There's a good tree in this this piece here.
Little Billy wins the Chris's favorite just for being Little Billy. What does the metric say for deet to doots? Oh, it'll be in there. There has to be a proper placement of deet to doots, and the ratio of deets to doots has to be proper too, or your model is... We actually take your model and we crush it with a sledgehammer if it doesn't have the proper ratio of deets to doots.
We are going to have an official...
That's the part we haven't mentioned here, is that should you not live up to particular parts of the rubric, we just crush your model.
You get punished, like real punished, like, hey guys...
There have to be feel bads, otherwise how do you know when you feel good?
Wolfen, you're disqualified. If you
Am I making sense here?
Yeah. If you paint the inside of your model,
it's crushed.
That's fine. That's a part of your process.
No, we crush it.
No,
we will open your model to see if it's painted on the inside.
Is there a Jordan category for best reprime model? I would say my request to Jason, because this is a serious business painting competition, but I will have one request to Jason.
Here we go.
Most olive flesh on model used.
Here we go.
On the rubric.
Most olive flesh used?
I don't know. I'm just
horrible.
I'm just giving you crap.
I won't do it. Can't make me.
Twisty Farmer, is there bonus points for green rim bases? No. I'm answering on behalf of the man himself.
About that.
So if you show up with a green base, I don't guarantee that your model won't be just removed on site.
Smashed.
Jason also has not mentioned he will be carrying around like a straight up sledgehammer and cutting board and will just decide immediately if he wants to smash your model. That's the thrill of it. Chris, I know you're joking, but judging art by the tools used is kind of insane to me. Flapjack, what do you mean? What does that mean, Flapjack? I don't know what that means. I'm a genuine man. I just have a big jug of IPA and anything does it metal goes in the jug. That's really exciting, Jason.
We're gonna. My plan is to have a speed painting competition there as well. So we'll have, because we're gonna have area for painting and free for all painting in the booth, and so we'll have something where we bring in. It might be invite only, or it may be open to buying tickets that go to charity or something like that. But we'll have some form of event that is a speed painting event, and those will have their own category. So we'll do some fun stuff there. Be a good time. It'll be a good time. I'm stippling dark emerald.
Like, you'd be crazy to look
stones.
at a piece of art and say, this is bad because it doesn't have XYZ techniques. Because of olive flesh.
Who said that was going to happen?
No, because when I was talking about olive flesh.
Don't listen to Chris.
What?
Like, chat, let me just tell you something. Don't listen to Chris.
First of all, that was a joke. Flapjack, you're pushing my buttons, and you've pushed them, sir.
Now, we could have a category that is best use of olive flesh that requires you.
Heck yeah, brother. Here we go. Give me that tree category. I said I knew he was joking. Oh. Chuck says, how big is the booth expanding this year? It's already starting to sound like you have a state fair beer tent footprint.
It is over, it's nearly 3 times as big. 2.5 times as big.
Frigid Phoenix, yes. We will be in the office the 15th.
Actually, it may only be double as big, now that I think about it.
What's that?
I don't remember how big our booth was last year.
Double as big?
Was it 40 by 10 last year?
40 by 10.
Or 30 by 10, I can't remember.
I don't know.
I think it's double the size this year. We have an island unto ourselves.
Yes, we'll be here, Frigid Phoenix. I can't really answer that question, Frigid. I don't actually. Maybe Jason can. If I place an order for in-store pickup, can I determine when I can pick it up, or will it just be ready?
You can contact customer service, and after you place the order, and they can let the people over there know. As long as it's not huge, they can generally pull that order for you if you show up over there, even if it's not pulled. But we don't like to. I'll tell you that because you're on in our Twitch community. That's not the way we treat it for everybody that comes and picks up orders.
Yeah.
But we have had people just show up that were like, oh, I didn't get an email, but I wanted to come by since I was in the area to get it. And usually we can pull the order for them when they show up.
Yeah. There you go.
Because it doesn't have to be boxed and weighed and all that stuff. So it outside of the normal thing, as long as it's not a million things that have to be pulled, we don't like to turn people away that show up to pick up their stuff.
Said it'll be 10 days from today.
Very specific date.
Yeah, Frigid's wanting to come see the whole operation.
Oh, yeah. No, that'd be fine. They can pull your order while you wait.
Yeah, but I can't guarantee you that you'll get your wizard's butt set because when it's out, it's gone. So I would order it if I was you. Chris needs a bunch of tiny little trees to put next to the models. They can be painted bronze and as a touch of bronze tree award. Huh.
Don't give him ideas.
I don't make this.
You've paid attention to this man, right? He doesn't need any more cockamamie ideas.
Me?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like this guy in front of you?
That guy right over there.
Dang.
I know.
I thought I had.
I don't like
ideas.
your tone.
I don't. No, I don't.
I know.
I
know. Hey, I just bought you lunch. You be nice to me.
It's true. I take it all back.
I take it all back.
Jason?
Sir, yes, sir.
I would like to have my own category in this competition.
Oh, God. What does it need to be?
We'll figure it out together.
No, we won't.
I would like the fun, win-win paint
You know what it's gonna
award.
be if you're not careful?
What's that?
Right?
My pink.
Chat as my witness.
Oh, my firing day?
It might be the Christopher Fettuccine Maxsushi Memorial Award.
When you slug me so hard I die?
I'm gonna bang pal you, bang zoom, Alice, over the moon.
I would like to not be a judge, but have a pick award.
Yeah, I like that Chris Chris Pick Award would be great. I think it'd be fun for the community.
It'll be all about
That's
a vibe.
the thing, is we can do fun stuff like that, which is more like we do in the challenge, which is, the thing that I'm looking through the case that just grabs me immediately out of all these models would be the one I would pick. This is the Jason Craze Award.
There's some that's
because
what I'm saying,
I go through and I'm a very visual creature, so I go through and I look. It's like when Chris is showing the slides in the challenges.
Yeah.
It's like the one that jumps out and says, "Oh, that's it."
Yep.
I don't even really get into the granular nature of why. It's the thing that grabs me. That's super subjective. So we're always very honest. And we say, this is not necessarily you're the best painter in the world. This is the one that spoke to me as a person the best. Storytelling, color use, whatever it is. And then I can dig in and help people understand why maybe. But a lot of times it's like, I don't know.
I guess we didn't think about that, but might be.
Frigid Phoenix says, your fiance says, well, we love it. We love your fiance. She has a video to show you when we come by. Oh, that's awesome.
No, I would just.
It's hilarious how Chris can look at me in a very obvious tone of voice. Oh, yes. Disgust, mostly. He's very, very disturbed and unhappy with me most of the time. He's unhappy dad most of the time.
Me?
But I am unhappy dad right back.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Me?
Chris, look into the camera. How many times have you seen that?
What?
This.
Oh, several.
Right?
A day.
There you go. A day. You're painting a corgi. Awesome. And you base the fur in burnt orange. I love it. Do you think the terracotta wizard's butt is a good mid-tone for that fur?
It's got like some pinks in there too. The terracotta.
The new
pink?
That color is not going to stand out very well against burnt orange.
Yeah, it's gonna get lost.
Oh,
sorry. Let me bring it back.
Right.
Because
they're almost the same value. The hue is different, but look at the brightness, right? It's not enough brighter than the orange to really do you a lot of good. So I think you'd be better served on the corgi with something like warm flesh mixed in with the burnt orange, right?
Yeah.
Or you can go to the dark warm flesh. It gives you enough contrast to play with. If you're trying to get out of the oranges with it, I think that's the way to move towards a kind of a yellowish color. If you wanted to move towards the more reddish that you get from the terracotta, then probably something more like shadow flesh, right, would get you there. Or even mixing in like beige red if you want to make that jump, but something like that in the flesh tones works really well. And then of course you have the things like the orange brown that take you more into yellow for fur. If you were doing like, white and this color, this kind of, what is this called? Not brindle.
Paint.
What are tan dogs called? What's that color called?
Tan? Beige?
No, it's not for dogs.
Taupe.
It's like
khaki.
No. Thanks for your help. Glad I had that.
Hey, I'm trying to help you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I was truly.
This is not colors that they use for dogs.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't.
I always want to say brindle, but it's not. It's something else. Does undercoat affect true metallic metal paints, or you can just paint over black primer and it would not even matter?
Call me Moldson. You might have to clarify your question there.
You can do metallic paints right over black primer without any issue, usually. You might have to do 2 coats. But you can underpaint them as well and have a really good effect occur, right? So the same way that I, with this gold here, have done it all with like black, brown, and oranges underneath, you could do a very similar thing with, let me see, what do we have here? Let's grab this, right?
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm painting.
You grabbing a white texture trainer?
I'm grabbing a thing, yeah. Well, it was here.
That's why I put it there. That's why I put it there, for you to paint. You see what it is?
You know, I didn't realize that when we showed this.
What is that?
This is the one where I showed them how to dry brush the other day.
Oh, yes.
I did not realize what else we were exposing to them that we haven't told them about.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. That way.
Wait, bring that back up. What are you talking about?
No, I won't.
What? What are you even talking about?
Exactly.
Oh. I don't know really what you're talking about. Warm brown! What are you doing, Jason?
I'm going to underpaint for metallics.
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
I'm going to do some underpainting to show how underpainting with a non-metallic paint can affect a metallic paint going over the top.
Okay.
I'll show you how you can glaze with metallics. This is a great question we get asked all the time, so I'm just going to take some time right now since we're kind of at a stopping point on the Duchess. Not really. I'm painting those stones, but we can do it here. All right.
Okay.
I'm just going to real quick do a
walk us.
So yes, I'm gonna do something with a gold, right? And underneath golds, I like a brown. You know, so a warm brown is gonna be really nice as an undertone for a dirty gold. It could also be an undertone for silver. You can imagine, like we do our rust colors and all that. You just kind of have to ask yourself, okay, well, what color do I think would look good underneath, you know, the metallic that I'm going to use? Of course, now it's got to dry. I always do this. Like, look at how fast this should be.
You want to use this?
Give me that. This thing is like the 0 to Mach 50, though.
It is, so just don't spray it. I would do it off that way. Oh, it's... Here, let me... How did I know you were going to do that? There it is. Oh,
This is why when people ask me, should you help dry your paints with a hairdryer, I always say no, because I can't be trusted with hairdryers.
That's the reason.
You know that I have never in my life owned my own hairdryer?
I'm not surprised.
Even when I had long hair, I didn't either.
Flapjack, did someone fly a plane into the studio? I'm sure it's really loud. Oh, I'm recording this whole bit about glazing true metallic metals, so...
Shut it off.
Sorry, it's kind of dumb. That's it. It's off.
It just has the thing on.
It's just...
I'm going to hand that to you. Take that away from me. It has a light on it and all sorts of weird crap.
I didn't know there's a light.
I don't know what I did. So.
Okay, you're good.
And we're back. Then we take some rich gold.
Okay.
Rich gold. Rich gold's a great one with brown, right? You can just see that those two colors were made in heaven.
Made in heaven. Walk us through this, Jason.
Yeah, so the key here, and I'm gonna glaze the metallic on just to emphasize that you can. So just like I'm just gonna use a big number 6, and it's loaded up with water, right? As much water as it holds, and then we're just gonna pull a tail out of the gold just like we would any other color. See, it's gonna be very thin. If you want to pop over to the palette real quick, right? It's just a very thin layer of gold. Mm-hmm. You can do it just as aggressively with the thinning as you would a normal paint. Then I'm going to come over here, and just like we would with anything else, I'm going to wick a bunch of the paint off. Right? And then we're going to go through and layer it over the color.
You come up. Perfect.
Right? So we're just going to glaze it over the top just like we would any other paint. There's no difference in the metallics. Treat them the same way. Make sure you don't leave any open ends of the paint. Cover the entire thing. And as much of one go as you can, not looking to do, opacity. You're just trying to get a good, even coat across the whole surface on this first pass. Boom. Right? And you can already see how that gives you such a great coloring. Right? As opposed to just the gold on its own with no underpainting. You've been able to influence that metallic, still get some metallic sheen, although by thinning, you've spread your metallic out a lot more, but you see you get quite a bit of metallic sheen on it anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now you can darken a color, brighten a color, however you want.
Okay.
And you can continue to layer up like this should you want to. If you want to glaze another coat on here, I will use less water this time because our goal is each level of glaze needs to get closer to opaque. And then we can start putting that over just the blade if we want. And then we can start working up to where we're just using the opaque paint like we have over here. So it's very little thinning at all. We can just go in and do the final details with it. And this can give you a neat weathered look, in this case with the brown, to your metallic without having to do any washes or anything like that, right? We just can go full bore with the gold across the blade edge here if we want. Maybe we, like we've done in the past, we can kind of take the full value gold and do a reflective shine spot right here in the middle of the blade, carried along this little raised part.
Rattlecan says, "This is cool, Jason."
Right. Yeah, it just shows you. We talk about it all the time. Metallic paints are just paints, right? So all of a sudden we've got the ability to do kind of an oiled gold out of the rich gold by underpainting with warm brown. And this is just going super fast. You know, you can imagine that we can go in with now bright gold. You treat your painting the same after the base layer, right? You do your base layer or your underpaint, and then your base layer of gold is done very thin. And then you just start layering up normal colors like you would, but it gives you more depth than you would normally get because you would normally just be using the gold as a flat, you know, single color and then be having to wash and highlight it. But now I can come back in with like bright gold without glazing it. And now we can even, you know, highlight a little bit more, get those.
You're using bright gold here?
Yeah, this is just bright gold that just stands proud of everything else. Might get more of this upper facing surface here.
It's shiny.
And then just highlight kind of the midpoint of the blade here. Let it feather off towards the edges.
Shadow saying, is it better to not use a wet palette with true metallic metals? Mine just seems to split too much.
I mean, I don't use a wet palette for anything, so I'm going to say yes, but you can definitely use a wet palette.
Your mileage may vary.
Bring that shine in along that area where we did the other rich gold portion of it. And feather it just the same way we would any other paint. Texture it if we want. Kind of smudge, blend it with my finger. And now you start being able to recreate, because of that darker color background, you almost get to paint as if you're painting non-metallic metal.
Yeah.
Right? We can do the same with the scratches here. Bring those down onto the face of the axe for some contrast.
Nice. Bring it up. Perfect. Oh, yeah, look at that. Those little scritches really make a big difference.
And look where we were able to get that shine laid
Uh-huh.
onto that top part. So now, you know, people ask, can you paint with metallics in the same principles that you do in non-metallic? And you definitely can. I always say that it works a lot better when you start with a layer of underpainted opaque color to begin with. And this could be, like I do with my Blood Angels. This could be dark yellow green, this could be black brown, this could be purple, this could be any color you want, and then glaze the metallics over it. And now you've changed the way your metallics can look at the end by only adding that one other color. The rest of it I did is exactly the way we would layer it up anyway. Yeah. But now it gives me that kind of dark reflective look that I wouldn't normally get from the metallic without doing a wash. But a wash is an overall filter, and we didn't have to do that here.
Yeah.
We didn't have to reduce the vibrancy of any of our gold. We just get a really nice, quick workup. I mean, we did this in no time at all.
No, that's great. Awesome.
Right.
Thank you.
So easy way, and that can be done with any color. So remember, it's why I'm always trying to tell you that the power of your paints is limitless when you start treating all of your paints the same, right? Especially in our line, the transparents, use them the same way you would normal paints, understanding that the goal with those in particular is to thin them way down. Metallics, use them like you would any of your other paints. The goal with those being that you can thin them down, whereas most people don't think you should. That you're trying to paint with the metallics as close to how they come out of the bottle as possible, and they can be a little goopy. Ours lay really flat, but I never know what paint you're painting with, and some of them can be thicker because they do have a solid component to them in the mica flake or the aluminum flake, and so you paint them on, you leave brush strokes, or they're so shiny you don't know how to highlight them. Well, by doing that metal the way we just did, you knock the shine down because you've darkened the metallic up without having to mix it as a different color.
Right.
Because glazing the metallic paint over the top of another color keeps the shine of the metal flake going, whereas mixing an opaque color with the metallic paint detracts from the metal flake because it covers the metal flake with the opaque paint. So there's a big difference. That's why sometimes we show you mixing the transparent paint. Remember when I paint on my fingernails, we mix the transparent paint with a metallic, and it will still be shiny, but if you glaze the metallic paint over the transparent, it winds up being even shinier because the metallic paint sits on top. Even though you've spread the metal flake out, nothing covers it, and you get the full reflective nature of the metal flake on the surface. You could definitely matte the shadows out more. Yep. You can darken them up too, Wolfenome. Yeah, you could go back over that with a wash, but not an overall wash. You would go back and pinpoint place the wash where you need it to darken things up, or just another glaze of a darker color, Payne's gray, another brown, anything you wanted to do like that. You could definitely go back and you could treat it like anything. It's just that one of those layers of paint or multiple of those layers of paint just have more shine to them. Because it's the same as using a gloss paint and a matte paint together. It's just that the gloss paint doesn't look like metal, right?
Jason, thank you for using that texture trainer.
Yeah, of course. He's all happy. He's all happy. Look,
that was perfect. Yes, Jason.
Don't metallics have a harsher effect on brushes, though? I always use Sunretic. What is Sunretic? Synthetic, you mean? Synthetic brushes with metallics. No, metallics don't have a harsher nature on the brush itself. They have a worse implication if allowed to dry in the ferrule, right? Because the solids in metallics, once they cure, are harder to clean out. So, whenever we paint with thin paint, the paint always gets up inside the ferrule, which is this part here. So that's why you'll notice there's like discoloration around the brush hairs right around the ferrule, right? That's because there's paint lodged in there. Zoom in real close.
Yeah.
And we'll talk a little bit about this, right? Because you'll notice here, like if I take my thumb and I just do this, look at how I'm pushing paint up. Notice how that paint is, look, it's on my fingernail there. Look at that. Right? Gross. Right?
Yeah.
But that paint that gets built up there eventually cures, and that's what causes your brush to split. Because look at all that gunk. That's like almost a solid, right? It is. Ugh, gross. It's like Nurgle, right? Because any constricting pressure around the base of your brush splits the hair. See, all I'm doing is pushing the hairs together there at the base. That's what happens when that paint dries. It squeezes the bristles and causes them to fork. This is overly dramatic. Your brush shouldn't be doing this, but you'll see your brush fork like that. And it's because you have all that paint built up here. Metallic paint, when it builds up there, all the extra solids from the mica or the aluminum flake in it will cause that to be even harsher, and it becomes harder to clean out. But as long as you're rinsing your brush out well, you shouldn't have a problem. I mean, I just use my Sable brush to do that. I don't care.
Chappie says, I gotta say, I really dislike your colors. This jade is so beautiful that I really want to paint everything with it, but it doesn't fit my army scheme. It is giving me a headache to not start a new army based on that color. Oh, I've done that same thing where I'm like,
sorry, not sorry.
All of my tree men, I'm like, you know what? Long time ago, I did the same thing with my Sylvaneth. I had old colors and I found dark umber Dark umber is probably my second most used color.
Does the 5-second rule still apply to feral snacks? Okay,
Gross.
look, if you're picking these up off your board and eating them, I got issues.
Hey, you have issues?
Yeah, well, I know I have issues, but I have issues with them if that's how they're doing it. Wow. I'm usually pretty nice to chat, but that I got to draw the line someplace.
Is the pigment in the expert line the same size? Can it be thinned for airbrush?
I would not thin it for airbrush because you're having to spend too much time with it. Just use our normal paints. Now, if there's a color in the expert line like the Nicolazzo yellow that you would like to spray, yes, you can use airbrush medium or our glazed wash medium, mix it with it and all that. Pigment size, you don't ever have to worry about with us. We grind all of our pigment down like 2 or 3 times beyond what it is delivered to us as. All of our pigment across all of our paints is spectacular. You'll never have an issue with that. So yes, you can use it the same way you would use our liquid acrylic. It's just going to take you more time. Right, I would suggest using the liquid acrylics first because of the amount of effort you're going to have to put into getting them to where they spray good. But if you're used to that and you know you just want the color, go for it.
We do not eat the paint here, Shadow.
Wait, what?
What? We don't eat the paint.
Wait, what?
You mean you all don't eat your paint too? We don't do that. Legally and respectfully, I will say do not eat the paint. We here at Monument Hobbies do not condone any such behavior activity. So there you go. Panic Bomb says the Xmas sushi painting technique. Start with dark umber, end with olive flesh. I have done that for probably a majority of my models. Dark umber is my dark purple. I base every tree in dark umber and finish it with olive flesh. That is fact. That is me. This is me. Take it or leave it. Eek says, you've heard of barrel-aged whiskey. Now get ready for feral-aged paint.
I gotta stop it. We gotta stop it. You gotta stop it, Chris.
Me? This isn't me. These are these people.
These are these people. So I'm taking just a little bit of water on the brush so that this dark turquoise stays a little less opaque than it would as just directly out of the bottle. And then I'm going to hit and load up with a kind of a stippling, just random, press of the brush against the surface over towards the left side of each of these stones. And then just kind of spot out the paint as I go to the right. Loading up more opacity towards one edge than the other so I get that kind of textured shadow. You can see it most dramatically here, but you can see it on these little ones a little bit.
What do you mean by these people? Artistic Chris workup equals dark umber to bronze to olive flesh. That actually sounds like an awesome workup. So
you got him inspired. He's going home and painting.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I have to go to a concert tonight.
Heck yeah, brother.
I don't want to. Don't tell Jen.
She's in here.
Oh, man.
Jen, what are you going to see, Jason?
Shane Gillis?
You're going to see Shane Gillis?
Shane Gillis.
He's a comedian, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know who the opening acts are.
Oh.
I don't care. It'll be fun.
Yes, he is not. It's technically not a concert, right?
I mean, what do you call that?
A gathering of people.
Oh. I'm going to a gathering of people for a funny man. Okay, funny man.
Okay, funny man. Funny boy. It's technically a show, Jason.
Okay, funny
It's a
boy.
show. Thank you, Travis.
Okay, funny boy.
It's a show, not a concert.
Get the show on the road, funny boy.
Dance, monkey. Bring the Duchess Prime. Could you imagine?
He's just out there in the crowd painting.
He'd get called out for sure.
People over there saying, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, Jason's going to see a comedy show. Sarcastic Grandpa. He's not going to see Creed.
Wait, what? I was told.
Be higher.
I was told.
I was told there's going to be
some Creed.
That'll be a fun show. You'll have a good time.
Nab it. Oh, got it. Kind of. Not really. I'll have to go back and touch that up.
Isn't that the purpose of the go bag, says Jade? Good point. Could you imagine? Jason
I
just
don't
whips out
think
his
we'd
go
make
bag?
it through security with a go bag.
Oh, come
It's
on.
like, sir, what is this? I'm going to be painting a model.
Call it a purse for
I
you.
will be painting a model
That's
live
right.
during this show, and you should be happy about it.
I paid for these tickets, and I'll do what I please.
I don't think that's how that works anymore. Nowadays, it's put your phone in this bag. You can't take the bag out because the guy is going to sell all the things on the thing, and you can't have any photos.
It's a 4-drink minimum, so you laugh.
We've had good luck with these shows. I think
They're
that
good.
Unfortunately, the last one that we went to here might have been the Dave Chappelle.
Oh no, I thought you saw
Chris
Tom
Rock.
Segura.
Oh, Tom Segura. That's
Yeah.
right. It was okay. Was Tom Segura? I can't remember anymore. I know Dave Chappelle was a flop. I didn't enjoy his thing.
The artistic Creed and Nickelback hate is wild. I love Creed.
I think Nickelback is one of the top-selling artists of all time.
But no, I understand what you're talking about. Artistic outlaw. Everybody gives so much crap to Nickelback and Creed.
Well, it's funny because the Nickelback thing started as a joke.
It did, and now they're even more popular than before. Same with Creed. It's literally the opposite effect. It's awesome. I do rock on to some Creed with my Spotify rap, which I realized a lot about me, Jason. You know what the Spotify rap is?
That's the end of year thing.
Yeah.
Right?
And I was very embarrassed about my Spotify rap.
Why?
Because I realized what kind of mood and mode I get into with how I listen to music.
Oh, your patterns of music?
Yeah.
Mine is all anger, yell, with small spots of the fray.
With small spots of the fray. My one of my top
literally
albums.
Like I have like a couple of albums
Yeah.
on my Spotify because I listen to albums still, which tells you how old I am. I don't have mixes that are filled with all sorts of songs. I go and I pick an artist and I listen to a record. Like a whole record.
Yeah.
And then I go and I listen to maybe another record by them, or I listen to that record for a week or whatever on constant repeat because I love it so much. And then I'll go and
look at that.
Yeah, right. Starting to pop.
Yeah.
And then I'll go and tone it down, maybe listen to a book on Audible or something like that. But yeah. I'm fully, it's all hardcore and then something like the fray.
Yeah, the Spotify age assumption thing is not accurate.
Or Snow Patrol. I like Snow Patrol.
I get into this zone every year where I find a movie soundtrack that I cannot stop listening to. Right? This happens to me every year.
A movie soundtrack?
I will listen to a movie soundtrack.
If you tell me all year you've been listening to Frozen, I'm going to kick you out of here.
No. It's the Revenant soundtrack.
Oh, I don't know it.
So that has been, it's like you listen to this a lot and your listening age is 93.
Yeah. Okay. I saw somebody post that what their listening age
it's
was.
so
and I was
bad.
like, oh, I better not look at mine. Mine probably, oh God.
Yours
How do you
is
find, okay, wait, we're looking.
Yours might be young,
Is it on
Jason.
the app? Because I actually have my phone here, which I never do. Is that a thing?
Well, you have
Like if I open Spotify.
Yeah, did you look
Where is it? Oh, it's time for your rap. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Here it is.
You're getting
Do I just show it?
You could.
Does it give me? We're ready for you, Jason Craze. Come on down. Swipe up. Okay.
It's going to tell you all the...
You listen. I don't listen to music that much. This is probably going to be embarrassing. This is it. Live, chat. I haven't looked at this, so this might be really embarrassing. You listened to Tina Turner 5,000 times.
It's going
Tina Turner and Cher. What is this? 2,701 minutes. That's only a day. Oh. Wow, I'm a loser. That's tastes like yours can't be defined, but let's try anyway. 52 genres. That's just because they don't know where to put hardcore. Melodic hardcore, post-grunge, soft rock, emo, and hardcore. Emo? The hell is emo?
Mine was drone.
Okay, here it is. Age is just a number, so don't take this personally.
Shoot.
Do I swipe? Or does it do it automatically?
I honestly don't know. Swipe up.
Yeah!
What?
Yeah, bitches!
You got 36? This is bullcrap. I got no.
Since you were into music from the late 2000s, you got decades of good tastes.
What did I get? Shoot, how did you get 36?
Only 616 songs this year, but can I guess my number one? I'm going to guess that my number one is either from Coheed and Cambria or the Nothingtons or Hot Water Music. Oh, look, After the Impossible, Hot Water Music, right up top. Okay, I should have said Another Breath, my favorite band of all time. And what? Alkaline Trio? I must have left it on repeat. Yeah. They're good, but I don't remember listening that much. It must have been on repeat for a while.
Oh my God.
Hot Water Music, Another Breath, two of my favorite bands of all time. Alkaline Trio is not really up there, so that must have been weird. That was something weird. See, look, top song, Jailbreak. Best song in the history of best songs.
Oh, mine is depressing.
Alkaline Trio is not emo, though. I call them post-hardcore.
Post-hardcore?
But maybe other people consider them emo. Jailbreak by Another Breath. I listened 5 times. That's it? That's my top song? Oh, my God.
No, this is not good.
Yeah, there we go.
This is because
we made a playlist of all your favorites. You listen to 41 albums. I don't listen to a lot of music. This year was a year of the book.
Son of a gun. Look at you want to see my...
Okay, this is weird that this is my top album. I would not have guessed that. I must have accidentally left it on repeat and it played when I wasn't listening.
That's what people will do if you left something on. I saw a couple of those, if you left it on.
Yeah, because I couldn't tell you anything. Hot Water Music, of course, Red City Radio, of course, Strike Anywhere's Iron Front is a great album, so that's good.
I did listen to a lot of
the Vowels record from
music.
Hot Water Music is really good. You Can't Stay Here from Iron Chic. Okay, so that's not true. I have only listened to that record a half a time. So this is wrong.
Jason, look at this. Look at this. Jason.
What?
Look at my age.
It says his age is literally 93.
93?
It says 93.
What is this bull crap?
His is 93.
It's because I listen to a lot of very droney.
This is not true. This thing is completely wrong.
You raise me higher.
313 minutes, which makes you a top 3% global fan of Alkaline Trio. That's incorrect. Something is wrong because the rest of these, Red City Radio, Strike Anywhere, Chevelle, The Fray, I would guess those. A word from one of your favorites. Oh, what is this?
They have
I'm here working on some new jams for 2026. But it's got me thinking about everything we did in 2025.
I don't know you. Shut up. Over. I don't know you. I don't even know who you are.
One of my top artists, if you guys are not surprised, is Max Richard. So
your age is 93 and mine is 36. I win the year.
No, you want to know
my year has been won, Christopher. Look at me, chat. Look at me. Now that might be skewed because they think I listen mostly to Alkaline Trio, which is not true.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's because I listened to 140 song probably 90 times.
Oh, geez. Yeah, then you're 93. There's no excuse.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
There you go, chat. Little insight into our personal lives there.
Yikes. Yeah, that's wild. But it's funny because it's
I love how you're like, what, 36?
I'm like, are you clinically depressed because you listened to The End from the Revenant soundtrack a million times, which is such a good ending song.
I listen to most of my soundtrack stuff at night on YouTube. I do like some soundtrack stuff. And I never remember what the damn movie's called, but it's the Tom Cruise sci-fi flick.
Oh, Top Gun.
No, sci-fi flick. Not Edge of Tomorrow either. It's the one where he's on planet Earth and the aliens have come and destroyed everything.
Oh, Prometheus.
No, it's not Prometheus.
I know what you're talking about.
You don't know anything you're talking about.
It's Prometheus.
Oblivion. Yeah, the Oblivion soundtrack is really good. It has a couple of really good songs on it.
No, the problem is that I watched The Revenant this year for the first time, right? I got hooked because I was on a plane, and when I'm on a plane and I watch a movie, I am 100% dialed into the movie. It's the best time for me to watch a movie, right? And I watched it, and now I can't stop listening to that soundtrack because the Buffalo and Glass song from that is phenomenal. So all my dark anger energy comes out in my music. Because I'm so positive all the time. I get it all out on League of Legends and depressing soundtracks. So there you go, chat.
You just need to go listen to Jailbreak from Another Breath, and then we're done.
Look at my rap, and you'd be like, "Are you sure this is yours? This is sad. These are sad songs. I'm like, I gotta feel, man.
I got it. I gotta feel.
Wow. I hope everybody isn't offended by their age that Spotify gives them, like I was. How dare you, Spotify? Your average listening age is 93, you old man.
I can't believe it actually said 93. That's hilarious to me.
That's old. My grandfather lived to be 96, so I'll give him that. He was probably listening to the music I was listening to this year.
I love that mine is 36.
I'm depressed now. Gotta listen to some sad music. You win? You don't win?
I win.
How do you win? How does that make you win?
Because mine's 36 and yours is 93.
How many
what do you mean, how do I win?
How many times have I told you that I am older than you?
Yeah, but I never believed him until now.
I'm an old man.
I never believed.
Old Gandalf. Butter scraped over too much bread. Jade, yours was 23? I was listening.
Jade was listening to the Frozen soundtrack all year long.
I was listening avian to a lot of bluegrass this year. I did listen to a lot of Hank Williams, so there you go. I went down to the river.
If you listen to Hank Williams Jr.
to watch the fish swim by,
then you would have been doing better.
Kalijah is one of my favorite songs. So there you go. Wow, Jason.
Enemy of fun, chat.
Jason.
Enemy of fun.
Oh, you
doing what the enemy of fun does.
You over here painting your little jewels, you 36-year-old.
Funning against the enemies. The enemy
That's why
fun.
he's 36. You hear that? He's like, I'm a boobity bobbity boopy and chibbly choobly copley. See that? Tech Elf says, mine was 63. At least I'm younger than Chris. Hey! At least all of you are probably younger than me. What have I told you, chat? I've got reverse Benjamin Button disease.
Please, somebody capture his reaction to mine being 36. Somebody clip that. Because that was golden, by the way.
I'm offended. I'm offended via yours, via mine, via yours. I'm canceling this stream.
We already had it.
I know, that's the joke. Get it? Because we're about to end. Chat. It's been a time.
It's been a time.
It's been a time.
Look at that.
That's pretty cool. From that angle, it looks very bright.
Take us out, Chris. It's Friday. It's up to you. You got the keys to the car.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. See, I gotta get my age down.
That's not how to do it.
It's Friday.
Next to be doing like corner doo-wop songs and wonder why it's only gone down to like 87.
I did listen to a lot of Dean Martin, so there you go.
You are your own worst enemy there, my friend.
I 100%.
He heard some of my music in the car today. He was nice and didn't make anything, but I didn't turn it down. So,
I hate to explain the joke, but isn't reverse Benjamin Button disease just normal aging?
You got it. Welcome to Chris.
There you have it, Flapjack. You've done it. You found me out. That's the bit. On to a new bit. Sorry, everybody, but I've got it. Reverse Benjamin Button disease. Wow.
The first time he told me that, I go, isn't that just living?
Isn't that just normal aging? That's the bit.
Like, that's the joke. I was like, do you get much out of that joke?
Funny thing is, I am actually 65 and nobody believes me. So, beautiful skincare regimen I have got going on. Apparently,
So
Jason's younger than me, so it doesn't even matter.
Yep.
So what I have said in the past is factually true according to
I'm just rode hard and
Spotify.
put away wet because it turns out that I'm 36, but I look like I'm 80.
You look like you're 80? No. You don't look a day past 36, apparently.
That's starting to jump out.
It's jumping out. All right. Jason's got to go. I was going to be like, oh my gosh, let's go into overtime. But
You know what? I always love to put her in the frame.
You do like to put her in the frame.
He keeps taking her out.
I literally don't.
You literally did.
No, I didn't.
You even admitted that you took her out of the frame to take a
yesterday,
picture.
You did.
No, I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about all the other times. Yesterday I took her out of the frame so I could keep painting her.
I do have to take her out of the frame and take a picture.
See? Liar, pants on fire. Look at how good that's going to look.
I mean, it looks good now. What are you going to paint her head and her eyes?
I haven't figured that out. I'm doing all the parts that I think matter to me the most, and then we'll go back and figure all that out.
Nice.
Because that's going to be like a glow. I have the top of her head figured like a globe with like lightning, like one of those static lightning ball globes. Yeah. So I'm going to figure out a way to do lightning trapped inside the globe. See, people have been asking about liquid inside glass. Stick around for a couple more days next week because I'm going to be painting the top of her head and try to pull off there being like a lightning inside this clear dome.
Dude, painting glass would be dope.
So, yeah, and the jewels aren't done. We still have to do them another highlight and a glaze over the top of them, but they're coming along. I'm digging it.
If you haven't grabbed a Frameable, I just put in the store link. Go grab yours right now. Jason?
What? I told you to take us out. Why aren't you doing your job?
I just did.
Paid professional.
I'm too old to do that.
93. I do need to, okay. I have to do my civic duty and help the aged. So I'm going to help the elderly today, as you should, rather than making fun of them like it happens so often around here.
Wow.
I'm going to help this one across the street, gang. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching some paint dry with us today. Hopefully I have lived up to your expectations and given you some things to ponder in your own painting journey. I love tossing the info out. Hopefully some light bulbs went off. Hopefully you got something painting going on this weekend. I wish you the best on all of that. This was dark Seaben into dark emerald into turquoise, dark turquoise, and then turquoise.
Nice.
Bump, bump, bump. Been 4 colors. I probably didn't need the dark emerald. I probably should have gone straight to the dark turquoise and turquoise, but it gives it a little bit more layering. What was the band called for the jailbreak? Another Breath. Chappie. Another Breath.
Chippy.
So, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Enjoy the weekend. Remember, we do this Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Right here from Monument HQ in Phoenix, Arizona. We'd love to see you back here again. So hit the follow button, the subscribe button, the like button, all the buttons. We stream simultaneously to Kick, Twitch, and YouTube for your listening and viewing pleasure. Thank you so much. Stick around. Make sure to hit the links that Chris put up in chat there. The Discord is a great place to find a new community of friends and hobbyists with the answers to all your questions, as well as a place where you can give out advice to people who might need your expertise on the subject. Fantastic community of people there. And then monumenthobbies.com and monumenthobbies.eu are 2 stores. We have an office in France and one here in Phoenix, Arizona, where we manufacture and ship out all of our wonderful goods. Buy some Pro Curl, buy some Pro Series brushes. Fill up your hobby supplies before you dive into your next project. We love you and thank you so much for the support over the years. And stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid to take you into some more hobby goodness throughout the evening. Make sure to show some love in the chat we wind up in. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch you back here on Monday. Adios, gang.
Bye.